Kirk Cousins is gone. Tua Tagovailoa is about to be gone. Kyler Murray is as good as gone. Malik Willis is hitting the open market. Derek Carr is unretiring. Aaron Rodgers may or may not retire. Anthony Richardson is definitely going to get traded. Mac Jones is being called the next coming of Sam Darnold. That is 8 starting caliber quarterbacks who are either already available or about to be available in the next 2 weeks. Free agency opens on March 11th, and by the time that date hits, the entire quarterback landscape of the NFL could look completely different. Some of these guys are going to end up in unexpected places, and there's one landing spot in particular that keeps popping up for almost every single name on this list. Let's start with the freshest news. The new Falcons general manager, Ian Cunningham, confirmed at the NFL Combine that Kirk Cousins will be released on March 11th, the very first day of the new league year. The Kirk Cousins situation in Atlanta was always a disaster waiting to happen. They signed him to a 4-year, $180 million contract in 2024, and then literally 6 weeks later, drafted Michael Penix Jr. with the 8th overall pick. Cousins had a restructured deal where his $67.9 million salary for 2027 would have become fully guaranteed if he was still on the roster by March 13th. So, the Falcons are cutting him 2 days before that trigger. At 37, he still wants to play, and the number one landing spot that keeps coming up is a return to the Minnesota Vikings. The Tua Tagovailoa situation is a financial nightmare that might go down as one of the worst contracts in NFL history. At the Combine, the new Dolphins general manager confirmed that everything is on the table, including a potential trade. But nobody's going to trade for Tua. Nearly everyone around the league expects him to be released because his contract situation is nearly impossible. Tua has $54 million in guaranteed salary for 2026. If Miami cuts him outright, it triggers a $99.2 million cap hit, the largest in NFL history. The most likely outcome is Tua gets released and signs a cheap deal somewhere as a bridge option. The Cardinals have a hard deadline coming for Kyler Murray. If Murray is still on the roster past the 5th day of the new league year, an additional $19.5 million in 2027 salary becomes fully guaranteed. Arizona has roughly 2 weeks to either trade him, cut him, or commit to keeping him, and everything indicates they're moving on. Most around the league expect Murray to be available and that he wants to go to a winner. The word Minnesota keeps coming up as a primary destination. Malik Willis, once a failed third-round pick, could now command $30 to $35 million per season on his next contract. Over his starts with Green Bay, Willis completed 78.7% of his passes with 0 interceptions. The Browns, Jets, Cardinals, and Dolphins have all been linked to him. Meanwhile, Derek Carr has confirmed he is open to coming back after retiring last May. He laid out clear conditions. He has to be healthy, and the team has to have a real shot at winning a Super Bowl. The Saints still hold his rights, but an amicable split is expected. Aaron Rodgers, at 42 years old, is the wild card in all of this. Steelers GM Omar Khan said the door is open to have Aaron back in Pittsburgh, but they don't want the decision to drag on. Whatever Rodgers decides will ripple through the entire market. Anthony Richardson, on the other hand, is reportedly likely to request a trade. Through 3 NFL seasons, he has struggled with injuries and inconsistency. His trade value is at rock bottom, making him more of a project than a solution right now. Mac Jones is a name that's gotten louder over the past couple of weeks. He just had his own Shanahan glow-up in San Francisco, going 5-3 in 8 starts with career best numbers. He is only owed $4.7 million in 2026, making him incredibly affordable. Teams are expected to make big offers for Jones given how weak the 2026 draft class is at quarterback. The Minnesota Vikings are the one landing spot that keeps coming up for almost every name on this list. Essentially, all the top available quarterbacks this offseason want to play for Minnesota. They won 14 games 2 years ago and are a quarterback away from being a serious Super Bowl contender. This offseason is unlike anything we've ever seen before because all these quarterbacks are available at the same time, and the draft can't bail anyone out due to a historically weak QB class. With free agency deadlines fast approaching, the most chaotic 2 weeks in NFL quarterback history is about to begin. Thanks for watching.